The families of 9 of the victims of the Sandy Hook mass shooting have agreed to a massive settlement with the maker of the rifle that was used in that particular shooting, Remington. It is a $73 million settlement, which is huge. And we want to give you some more details because it goes a little bit beyond just the money. So Remington made the Bushmaster AR-15 style rifle that was used at Sandy Hook. They also agreed to allow the families to release numerous documents they obtained during the lawsuit, including ones showing how it marketed the weapon, which we're gonna turn to in a bit, is actually part of why they were able to succeed in the first place. Beyond just the fact that this is a families who've been through a lot, who are getting some money, which is certainly good, this is considered a significant setback to the overall firearms industry, because the lawsuit worked around a federal law protecting gun companies from litigation by arguing that the manufacturer's marketing of the weapon had violated consumer law in Connecticut. So it was sort of novel legally in that way, that they went at the PR part of it, rather than just fundamentally they're creating guns that can and often are used to kill lots of people, Dan.
Yeah, this was a really interesting sort of case here because for years, gun manufacturers have used really aggressive marketing in ways that are, kind of obvious. Like you'll see commercials, which the idea of a gun commercial is just such a uniquely American thing. It's like a pharmaceutical ad. It's something you only see in the United States. But down to, I think maybe we'll talk about here, the way that guns are insidiously marketed in our media. Like I'm a big music person, so like you know that rappers will like shout out different guns and things they have there. But you see Remington, for example, the company that's involved here, has guns all over popular video games, like all the Call of Duties. And so people understand these guns, they play with these things. And then what do you think they go to when they are about to make a gun purchase on their own? They go to whatever's in their head because that's how marketing works.
Yeah, 100%. One of the arguments that was made in the case of the families of the victims of Sandy Hook against Remington is specifically about their advertising. Now, this is something that we have talked about before. I want to jump to some of the examples of this. So let's see. The lawyers had said that they were very specifically targeting sort of like disaffected, lonely men in their advertising. For instance, you have advertisements that refer to opponents being single-handedly outnumbered, forces of opposition bow down, or for instance, pictures like this: consider your man card reissued. So no, that's not, like that's so transparent. Like the advertiser is telling you, I think you're really sensitive about your masculinity and you're really worried that you're not a man. So let me reassure you, with this gun, you'll be a man again. That is just really pathetic, Dan, that they would be so obvious about it.
I don't know what's more pathetic, that the ad itself exists, like consider your man card reissued, or like I was getting prepared to have a take of, that's how things were at that time, in this past. That ad's from 2014. Like 2014, We're doing this all like, not like I'm expecting a gun company to practice like woke like masculinity or any ways like that.
Yeah.
But this whole, you need to be a man to own a gun in 2014, like in 2014 America, are you serious? Nuts.
Yeah, exactly. That is not how you get your man card reissued. You get your man card reissued
it's fists.
By becoming a member of TDR on YouTube, Twitch, whatever. That's how you get it. If you don't have it, you're not a man. I'm sorry, that's just the rules. Anyway, in addition to stuff like the man card thing, there's advertisements like this is a screen grab from a Remington marketing campaign saying that the G2 AP4 is built on award-winning badassness, or that the G2 MOE has a heavy attitude. Wait, I thought this was just about like protecting your home or the Constitution. No, it's badassness. Come on, man, it's metal. It makes a thing go out when a little boom happens. That's all it is. But you can understand why people would think otherwise, because for instance, like in the Call of Duty series of games, which by the way, I've played basically all of them, there's a lot of Remington guns that pop up. So these young men get sort of acclimated to, I feel powerful when I have this ACR or whatever. And so it's an interesting strategy. This is like the biggest settlement historically that has targeted a gun manufacturer. It might well be the last, but we'll see if this is a strategy that can be pursued by the victims of, or the families of victims of other mass shootings.
Yeah, I hope to see something like this actually take forth as legal precedent in this country. Not holding my breath for it, but there is often this passing of the buck for, oh, who is responsible for mass shootings? Guns don't kill people, people kill people. But we have a gun culture in this country. This gun culture is reflective of a hyper-capitalistic market monetize everything culture. And so we have to look at how are guns being marketed, how are they being labeled. And yeah, that goes from like my favorite rap videos where they're talking about Glocks and other like weapons down to Call of Duty and different video games where they have Remingtons and other rifles where they're calling out these names and things. It's making it cool, making it a part of the culture. I'm not saying we should go out and start suing like 21 Savage for all these different things, for all these different charges, but it's something to be reflective of how insidious this marketing is and where it ultimately goes to.
Yeah, 100%.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.